Good afternoon, Tenicians. Welcome back to Tagum Doctors College, and this is again Teacher Anna, your learning partner. Now, let's go to our first topic of 2021, and this is about understanding trends. So, sino ba dito mahilig sa Facebook? Mahilig sa Twitter? Mahilig sa social media? So, now let's try to be an educated user of this social media. So let's go. So at the end of the lesson, guys, you are expected to first describe the difference between a trend and a fad. And then second, identify a trend through its elements and characteristics. Third, demonstrate awareness and develop appreciation of pattern recognition by identifying the emergence of trends. So if you open the book of Marquez, makita nato na siya sa pages 1 to mm, so this is from 1 to 13. So try to read this book, guys, to know more about the trends. So this, how can we know, or how can we say, or how can we spot a trend? So look at this picture, guys. So we look for customer-facing innovations that are redefining what people will want and even start to expect. So, most likely guys, ang kaning trends guys, kana inyo ang mga dance craze na ginasayaw, which will kanang mulungtad siya og dugay. Okay? So, even kanang ginabuhat na nato sa daily lives nato. Like for example, the computer. So, the computer, because of its trends, guys, so daghan kaayo ang mga customer, daghan kayo mga customer na nalipay nga naay computer. So that's why until now halos tanan na balay sa Pilipinas and even in the other places na adjoy computer or laptop. So that is an example of a trend. So try also to read the introductory reading about the fads or trends, or they imply change. So kung moingon magutag trends guys, it means a directed movement. So na siya direction or na siya behavior. So just like sa ato ang mga ginagamit like products, fashion, retail, to ato ang mga ginagamit na po na siya trends, just like in the cellphone, computer, just like sa ato ang mga ginasayaw nga dance craze. So, that is a directed movement or behavior. So, it is a movement, guys, or behavior that geared towards a certain direction. Okay? Now, usa di kalainan ma'am sa fad o sa trends. So, when we say fad, guys, is something that people are hardly interested in for a relatively short period of time. So when it comes to time, dira nagka salungat or dira nagka different si fad og si trends. Si fad manggod guys is just, or it is just interested, or it is just in a short period of time. Like for example, dance craze. So sa una na ay kanandaghan kaayo nga mga nauso nga dance craze even in my time. So pero dali lang kay siya, like after 3 months, 4 months, wala na to siya nga dance craze. So dili na nimo to siya mabaligya. Kung naghimo kag video, kay ibaligya nimo to siya nga nagtudlo ka og inat unsaon to siya pagsayaw, so dili na siya mahalin kasi dili na siya trend. It is just a fad. So it means fad comes and goes. So kana na siyang mukalit sikat niya pagka man mawala ra pod. Kaya parehas sa Alda, Pastillas Girl, My Baby Love. So those are fad. So dali lang siya mawala. So now, let's go to the elements and characteristics of a trend. So unsa day ang kalainan sa fad ug ang trend? When we say about its appeal, sa fad guys, it is attractive to the public because it is easy to get, makes them look, feel better, or does not deviate much from the general norm or status quo. So dali lang kay siya buhaton, even mga gagmay nga bata kaya nila siya buhaton. But for a trend, ang characteristic sa trend, it is attractive to the public because it is easy to get, makes them look, feel better, or does not deviate from much from the general norm or status quo. So parehas lang sila diri. Ang fad ug ang trend, parehas lang sila when in terms of appeal. Okay? So dali lang nimo siya makuha, dali lang nimo siya masuot, ma ma-feel better. So, mao na siya ang fad ug ang trend. Kalit sikat. So, pareha silang duha nga naa sa or pwede siya mo sikat. Now, let's go to the result. So, when the result, guys, ang fad kay grabe kay na siya ka-hype or advertised. Usually by media. That is, if the hype stops, then it also starts to disappear. So, just like Aldab, kasi ilang gina-promote, so daghan kaayo og naga, ano, uh, naga-fan sa ilaha or sikat kay sila. While ang trend, guys, when it comes to result, it endures without or with publicity. So, basin pag naay publicity or walay publicity, naga-endure siya sa public. So, just like computer. So, panagsalan jud kaayo nga naay advertisement about computer, but almost all of us would like to have a very good computer in our houses. So, that's why it is a trend, not a fad. Now, when we say fad food, guys, it caters to and accepted by a limited group of people. So, limited group of people lang ang fad. So, minsan, sa Pilipinas lang siya sikat, pero sa ubang naso, dili. Minsan po, sa South Korea lang siya sikat, pero sa ubang naso, dili. So, that is also a fad. But while a trend, guys, most likely it is a very large group of audience. It is accepted by a wide audience or a large group of audience. And then by a large group of consumers. That is a trend. While ang fad, guys, dili siya clearly established. Walay established nga support. Good. Kanang, kumbaga, dali lang siya mahugno. Wala siya clearly established nga support. While ang trend, guys, it is supported by a number of fads. So just like nganong kinahanglan tog smartphone kadaghan kay sikat nga mga dula. So it is supported by a number of fads. It also has an existing trends. So tungod kay nanay trends sa computer in the year 2000 pa, so karon gipa-develop na nila hantod na mga nindot nga mga computer. That is because na ay existing trend. And prevalent socio-economic, political, and religio-cultural factors among others. Now, let's go to sustainability. So, fad first is only for a short period of time, while ang trend kay can sustain. So, pwede siya mo sustain for a long period of time. So, when it comes to value, guys, ang fad pod, it is just limited to the areas. For example, kung clothing lang pod siya. When relation to the fashion, so sa fashion lang pod siya. When it comes to movie, in relation to movies, so entertainment industry lang po siya. So while the other businesses or other societies and relations or areas are not affected. While sa trend, guys, na siya extensive even as far as areas not directly related to it. So for example, na siya implication sa market, sa businesses. So just like COVID-19, grabe ka, no? So it really affected all of the areas, so just like the market trend, the businesses, the economy, the education, the health, the environment, government, policy, and technology, to name a few. So that is for trends. So now let's go to the next one. So this is about the elements and characteristics of a trend. So unsa day ang elements and characteristic of a trend, guys? So when we say elements and characteristic of a trend, it is about uh, or it is about the six elements that shared by fads and trends. So this is about the appeal, the result, the scope, the support, the sustainability, and value. So sa trend, guys, when it comes to appeal, it is the degree of attraction. So diri sa appeal, guys, ang ano, both ang fad ug ang trend naaani. When it comes to result, guys, it is more naga-endure og maayo or og dugay ang trend kaysa sa fad. When it comes to scope, guys, so as I say a while ago, mas naga-cater og wide audience ang trend. When it comes to support, it indicates the influence. Okay, so just like for example, the K-pop. So na yung mga K-pop nga fad lang siya because it is just a shorter period of time nga nisikat sila. Pero na po yung mga K-pop group nga nisikat gyud og daghan jud og naga-support sa ilaha. So just like benefit in your area. Si what we call this one? Nakalimot ko sa ilaha pangalan sa girl group. 21 man gud to sa amoa dati. Sunod Girls' Generation, sunod nakalimot ko sa pangalan. Basta sikat kay na sila until now. So, now let's go to the next one. Next one is sustainability. So sa sustainability, ang trend, guys, can sustain for a longer period of time, while the value, ang trends, guys, is kanang daghan siyang maapektuhan nga mga areas. So just like the market, the businesses, the health, education. So just like the COVID-19, so dili na siya kung ano fad, ano na siya, trend na gid siya. Kay tungod sa iya kataas sa iyahang time nga gigambala ta niya, and then daghan po kayo og naapektuhan nga mga areas. So that is an example of a trend and fad. So now let's go to the next one. Oh, so as I said a while ago, guys, to summarize, a trend is a movement or behavior geared towards a certain direction, while a fad, guys, is something that people are highly interested in or for a relatively short period of time. So, furthermore, guys, a trend also implies change. So, sa unang panahon, okay ra gid sa to, walay smartphone, walay computer. Pero karon, dili na siya okay. So, it is now one of the things that we need. So on the other hand, a fad does not undergo change in the same way a trend does. So a fad, dili siya mo undergo og change. Dili pareha sa trend. Like for example, for the computer, sa unang panahon, dagko pa kayo itong mga computer. But now, it is slim and easy to handle or easy to, dali lang siya dalon. Now, the elements of a trend and a fad are appeal. So pares lang no ang trend ug ang fad when it terms to appeal, but different in terms of result, scope, support, sustainability, and value. So although they have these same elements, guys, the characteristic of these elements differ with respect to a fad or trend. So magdepende siya. Depending on this characteristic, we can determine whether a reaction is a fad or a trend. A reaction has to satisfy all the characteristic of a trend if it is to be considered a trend or otherwise. Identifying the emergence of trends is characterized by our ability to recognize pattern. So just like kanang mga stock market, guys, because it has a trend and it has a recognized pattern, so it means that is included in the characteristic of a trend, so dili siya fad. So ang mahimo lang fad in the business sector is katong company nga scam ug kanang company nga mubo lang og life. And then identifying or the process of pattern recognition is characterized by three stage. So Mahibal-an na to ang pattern recognition sa isa ka trend through these three stages, so which is the representation, the generalization, and evaluation. While adaptation is considered an intermediary stage between representation and generalization. Basta ang ending ana, to ang gi-adapt just like the smartphones and computer, it means it is a trend, not a fad. So thank you so much guys for listening for our lesson. So always remember to read and review your lesson. Please read the book pages 1 to 11 to help you to answer the focus questions. So always remember guys to do your best and be a better person every day. Okay? And dito po si Ana Hundis nagsasabing, make your parents proud. Have a great day, traditions. And I hope to see you soon. Bye!